Listen, Psalms 25 and 20. When you have it, say amen. Psalms 25 and 28 reads as follows. Oh, keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. Another translation said, guard me and deliver me. Do not let me be put to shame, for I take refuge in you. Can I give you William Hudson's translation? Keep my life and set me free, for my hope and trust is in thee. I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, the message today is to trust God. He's in control. Trust God. He's in control. We thank you, God, for your word today. We ask, Lord, that you send a fresh anointing that makes preaching easy. And let me preach with passion and power. And right now, let me communicate with clarity and allow somebody to hear your voice today. It is in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen and amen. You may be seated. Amen. We thank God. Trust God. He's in control. Jesus, in his opening words of the Lord's Prayer, he taught us that before you ask God for anything, you must first put your focus on God. Before you present any requests or any petitions, he says you've got to first put your focus on God. He said it when he says, our Father, which art in heaven. The question is then, why did he ask us to pray, our Father in heaven? What is significant about praying, our Father, which art in heaven? One writer suggests that maybe it is God's postal address. Maybe heaven is where God resides, and therefore all of our prayers must be directed toward heaven. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? Yes, sir. I believe that the words, our Father in heaven, is not so much about God's location as much as it is about God's elevation. You see, you got to understand that if God is elevated, that means everything else is underneath him. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So that means I understand that everything is underneath him, so I conclude that there is nothing too hard for God. I conclude that what I'm dealing with, God can handle it. The question is, how can I access the God of heaven? So that I might receive guidance in where he's taking me. I want to tell you first that you must have faith in Jesus Christ. That you got to receive him and the completed work on the cross of Calvary. This gives you access to the address of God. To have access means something is made available that was once unavailable. And with that being said, we've been privy with the opportunity to come into the presence of God through prayer. If God is elevated, that means he's above where I am. And when I petition him to where he is, he comes down to where I am to bring me up to where he is. What's really amazing to me that God, then prayer becomes the communication portal to access God. I tell him all about my troubles and my struggles and my hang-ups and my letdowns and my setbacks and my setups, and he hears me. To know I have an audience with God is simply amazing. To know that God is never too busy to answer my prayer. That's amazing to me. I liken that Elder Wooten to an airman who came into the dealership, and he began to tell me about an air traffic controller. And he says he was an airman at Seymour Johnson, and he says that an air traffic controller actually controls what goes on in the air and on the ground from a control tower. He says, and what you understand is the control tower is elevated above the airplane.
That's right.
So an air traffic controller who is in a control tower is elevated above the person who's in the airplane, who is the pilot, and the pilot has to get access. He has access, so he has to call to the air controller up in the control tower and ask, is it okay to take off? I'm coming for you. The pilot can only see on the level of the ground. The air traffic controller, who is in the control tower, can see not only the pilot, but above the pilot. The pilot must trust the tower to give him clearance to take off. If the tower don't give him clearance to take off, he's got to stay where he is. If the tower says don't move, he's got to stay where he is. The pilot's got to trust that the one in the control tower knows what he does not know and trust what he says. In other words, I've come to help you realize today that you gotta trust God, for he is in the control tower. And when you can only see on the level of the airplane, but when I access the control tower lets me know when to move and when not to move and when to stand still and when to do this or when to do that. But I gotta trust the one in the control tower. And God says today, you got to trust me that even when you can't see what I'm doing, because you can only see on ground level, know that I'm above you and everything else is underneath. Y'all don't even know when to shout. That's comforting knowing that God sees the person in the control tower, sees the pilot, but he also sees in dimensions. He sees in spaces of time. And I don't know about you, I have prayed to God, and God has told me not to do something, only to find out that when I trusted and obeyed him, that I look back over the situation and say it was good for me that I trusted in the control tower. How many know God is controlling your life? And if you will petition him, if you'll pray to him before you move, he'll lead you and guide you, and where he walks with you and he talks with you, because you gotta trust that his word is good. I know some folk word ain't good, but I found out God will never come short of it. And I want to tell somebody that God told me to tell you, you're clear for takeoff. You're going to another level. You're coming out of your financial burden. I'm mending the relationship. I'm clearing you for takeoff. Look at your neighbor and say, it's time to rise. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. The control tower is saying it's time to take off. You gotta trust that God is in control. We are so used to living according to the world, which is surrounded by limitations, that we are apt to forget who's in the control tower. We are apt to forget that God is the one that clears us to take up. And sometimes he will hold the fight to do a system check, to make sure that everything is in order, so that when you take off, you won't have any problems in the end. don't look good because if I'm in control, you can trust me when you can't trace me. You can know that I'm sending what you need to take you to where you're going, and all you got to do is depend and lean on me. There's no shortages in heaven or restraints of grace. There's no economical problems in heaven.
All right.
Because God is the answer. He's not trying to be the answer. He is the answer. Not some abstract thought of the answer, but He is the answer. That means that in Him is everything. He's the reason I live, move, and have. Has anybody tried Him today? It is when we have confidence in the control tower that we can trust that He's going to lead us and direct us.
Right.
So what Jesus was teaching us is to elevate God in our situations and understand that He'll take care of you and that there's no gravitational pull that can pull you down from where He's taking you. It's on this premise I want to embrace this text. Psalms is a psalm. This particular one, David is appealing to God for wisdom and forgiveness. It's a hard time for David. The reason it's a hard time for David because most scholars suggest that this particular psalm was written during the time that David was running from Absalom.
Yeah.
Absalom was his son, who had decided that he was going to rebel against his father. Some might suggest that his reasoning was solidified because of the fact that Absalom had a sister by the name of Tamar. And Tamar had been raped by Amnon. Amnon was the brother of Absalom and Tamar. But David didn't do anything to Amnon for his treacherous act. So Absalom said that I will take matters into my own hand. Have you ever tried to take matters in your own hands?
All right.
He decided that he was going to settle this. He kept his sister for about 6 months in his house. Did not want her to experience the shame that came out of such a treacherous experience. And Absalom is mad because daddy knew about it and did nothing. And so what he did was he gathered a revolt against his daddy to seek revenge on behalf of his sister. And in so doing, the Bible says that he had long flowing hair. Said, matter of fact, he had to cut it once a year because it was so heavy on his head. You know, that's a lot of hair. It said 5 pounds of hair, and he cut it once a year. In his attempt to revolt against his daddy, he ended up going underneath a mule tree. And his hair got caught in a branch and messed around and hung him. Sometimes we got to be very careful about what we don't understand. We got to be very careful about putting our hands on something. Just because we don't understand it, we have to believe that God is in control. Because sometimes what we meant for evil, God will turn it around for the goodness of His word. Sometimes, see, there he is hanging and dying because he took matters in his own hands. And I want to tell somebody today, you want to take your hands off of it. You want to trust God do what he said he's going to do. You don't want you trying to handle it to be a part of your demise. It does not mean that you are not to stand up and do what's right. But what it does mean is make sure. And how do you know that it's something that's according to God's will and not according to myself? Because if it is of God, it's going to bring about a difference that is going to impact all of those that are connected to you and not just you yourself.
All right.
I'm preaching better than y'all say. When you trust God, you realize that you ain't got to fix everything. When you realize and you trust God, you realize you ain't got to do everything. You realize that God makes up the difference in the gap. Have God ever made up the difference in the gaps of your life? Has he ever did things for you that you could not do for yourself? And David is saying, listen, my house is in this situation and I don't know what to do. I need your wisdom. I need your wisdom. And not only do I need your wisdom, I need your forgiveness, because perhaps maybe I didn't do what I should have done. And so therefore, he's in a troubling situation. But I've heard it said, the worst place is the best place to pray.
Yes, sir.
The worst place is the best place. Pray. You don't wait till you get out of the hospital to pray.
That's right.
You pray while you're in the hospital. You don't wait until you get out of the courtroom to pray, but you pray while you're in the courtroom. You don't wait until after the family reunion when everybody cussing, fussing, and kicking and crying. You start praying in the family reunion, because the worst place becomes the best place to pray. David's in his worst place and he's praying.
Yes, sir.
There's three things in this verse that I want to suggest to you, that when you trust that God is in control, is right there all in that verse, in the 20th verse of this 25th Psalm. And the very first thing I want you to see that David understands that he first says is, oh, keep my soul.
Yes.
One translation says, guard me. In other words, we see that whenever you are trusting God, what am I trusting God for? I'm trusting God, I want to suggest to you, number one, for his protection. So the text, David is asking God to keep his soul, to keep his life, because it's in danger. He's asking that even though his son and his enemies are seeking to kill him, he's asking God to keep his life. He's asking God for his protection. And I found out that God can keep you better than you can keep yourself. He can keep you physically and spiritually better than you. Not only that, sometimes not only do I need God to keep me from my enemies, but I need him to keep me from myself. There are times that I need the protection of God, not only from my enemies, but from myself. Because sometimes if left to my own thoughts and left to my own ways, I'll make some bad decisions. I'll make some bad choices. But God will protect you when you ask him, oh, keep my soul, keep my life. Has anybody tried and asked God to keep? How many know that he's keeping you alive? To keep me, to keep is to maintain, to preserve, to protect. And I don't know about you, I'm here today. The preacher said I'm a product of prayer. I don't know about you, but God has been protecting me. And even though I walk through strange places, he's been keeping me. And I want to pause there and tell somebody that not only is he keeping me, but he's keeping you. Amen. 2 Thessalonians 3:3 says, but the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. You got to understand at the ending that God is protecting you from the enemy, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. That is not your neighbor that you've got the real problem with. You've got to understand that it is the evil one who seeks to divide the body of Christ. Psalms 34:19 says that the righteous person may have troubles, but it's the Lord that will deliver them from them all. You need to understand today, saints, is what I'm trying to tell you, that God is protecting you. The reason you want to trust in his protection is because if God is keeping your life, then you know that on the other side, you're going to be better off than where you are today. What do you mean? Do I have to wait for the by to get better? No. What I'm simply trying to tell you, that your tomorrow looks better than your today. And that if you can make it through your today, God will give you enough protection for that day and set you up more protection for the next day. He has an army of angels that's there to secure your life.
Yeah.
You can trust God because he's in control, and with that control comes his protection. Number 2, it's in the text. He says, oh, keep my soul. Second thing he says is deliver me. You want to trust God because that deals with God's preservation. When God delivered him out of the hands of his present enemies, you understand that what he is talking about is liberating him, to save him. God will save you. There might be someone in here today who don't know Jesus in the part of their sin, but he can save you. There is nothing that you are in that he cannot save you from. I need you to understand Psalms 138:7 says, though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve my life. You stretch out your hands against the anger of my foes, and with your right hand you save me.
Amen. Amen.
God says, the one reason you can trust me is because I preserved you.
Yeah.
I heard one writer say, if I have to reach way down, that he can still pick me up. And not only will he pick me up, but he's going to preserve me. He's going to deliver me. He's going to set me free. And I want to pause there and tell somebody today, you can be set free if you'll trust God for your deliverance. You can be brought out if you'll trust God for your deliverance. I'm on the plane. I'm right here now. And he goes on, this number 3, it's in the text. It says that not only, keep my soul and deliver me, but he says, let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in you. The third thing that I want you to see, that when you trust that God is in control, you can trust his provision. You can trust that God will provide everything that's needed, that he is a safe place. Matter of fact, one translation says, he is my refuge. He is my refuge. He is my safe place. He's my place that I can go when I can't talk to anybody else. He's my safe place. I don't have to put on makeup in his presence. He's my safe place. I don't have to get dressed up or speak elegant. He's my safe place. He's my refuge. He's my place where I ain't got to dot every I and cross every T. He's my safe place. He's the place where I don't have to go and shout, nah. I can go in there and say, Jesus, it's me. He's my safe place. He's my refuge. He's my place that I can go where I don't have to be this or that. I can just be who I am, and he sees me and accepts me for who I am. I will not be ashamed to go into the presence of God, for it is in the presence of God that I find myself free from the worries and the cares of life. It is in his presence that I find myself upon a rock. It's in his presence that he wipes away my tears. It's in his presence that he tells me everything gonna be all right. It's in his presence where I don't have to have a pep talk, because he tells me that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. It is in his presence that I experience the overwhelming love of a father that says, I got you when you can't get yourself. It is in his presence that I find safety. It is in his presence that I can be who I am. It's in his presence. Anybody been in his presence? It's in the time of trouble that I go to his presence. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I want you to look at your neighbor and say, he's safe. He's safe. He's safe. He's safe. He's safe. He's safe. When I was growing up, we used to play a game. The game used to be tag. And what we used to do is we had a place that everybody would spread out. But you had to get to the place that was considered to be the safe place. And we'd go out and somebody would start running after us. And you'd have to maneuver to get around. Because there is a devil, you know, that's standing like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. And every now and then you have to cut this way or cut that way. But what I found out, that no matter how far you are out there, saved. I'm landing the plane right here. Now, I told you earlier, I feel my hooping Baptist coming on. I told you about the control tower, which deals with flight. I began to look up the word refuge in the form of etymology. That's just another word for the origin. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the origin. And I started to look up the word refuge. What interests me is refuge is actually two words. What I found out was is a forming element, a connecting word. That means to go back to the original place. To do it again. Or once more. And then I looked up the word refuge. Elder Whitfield, that word fuse means to take flight. In other words, when I know I can trust God because He's in control, I don't just got a one-time pack, but I can keep going.